you run in this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not here, but yeah.
Elkins?
I ran in Elkins, yes.
Remember, this was like the most annoying part of the state meet, I think, was pulling up this website. There you go, AAA's the top. Oh.
He's got it. Somebody get on the thing and tell them to wait on him to get on.
And welcome to the 2022 West Virginia State Cross Country Championships. We're live here in Ona, West Virginia, the site of the championships at Cabell Midland High School. Good morning, everybody. Joe Stevens along with Jason Henley will be bringing you all the action here from Cabell Midland High School today. Jason, as a former coach and a former runner in the event, this is what it's all about, isn't it?
Oh, it's a beautiful morning. The sun's out and it's low 40s this morning. I can see the team starting to assemble over by the start line to do their last-minute prep before the race. Everything's going to be great today.
And in the schedule today, we've got a 9 o'clock start coming up for the AAA girls, seeing if Irene Riggs can repeat as a champion again this year. Then at 9:45, we'll have the start of the boys' race. The AAA might have the best race of the day between the boys. University and Hurricane fighting out for the number one slot.
That's exactly right. Hurricane was not a state qualifier for as a team until 2012. So in just the last 10 years, they've become a perennial power in the state. And as I've said many times to my own athletes, if you want to win a state championship in AAA, it goes through Morgantown.
There's been a lot of practice. The hot days in August, the rainy days that we had in September and early October and everything culminating today. For these student athletes out here, Coach, I tell you what, this is a culmination of some hard practice time.
Hard practice time this year, hard practice time over the years. Really no off season for distance runners. So these kids have been at it for a long time, as we can see by the kids that are showing back up in the results year after year after year. They've worked really hard for this, and nobody puts on a better show than Cabell Midland for the West Virginia State Championships.
I'd like to remind everybody that our today's presenting sponsor of the State Cross Country Championships here at Cabell Midland High School is Chick-fil-A. Our live stream is being brought to you by your local Little General Store, and all the live streaming reports from out on the course are being brought to you by Tudors and Geno's. Coach, before we went on the air today, you and I all of a sudden it dawned on this. This is the first time since 2019 that the kids are going to be able to enjoy something that Cabell Midland presents, and that's the award ceremony after each class, where they go inside and they make them feel like rock stars.
Oh, most definitely like rock stars. It is a rock star atmosphere in there. They get the music going. They have the stage. They put them under spotlights. They allow them to come in their own special way. Some of them dance their way out. Some of them run their way out. But they all earn that right in competing today.
And, with that said, this is the first time, really, 2019, 2020, 2021, the COVID years. We're still in COVID. We're still watching that. But for these kids, the sense of normalcy, I think watching them train this year, I'm a coach at Nitro High School, there was a more relaxed, focused atmosphere.
Right. I retired in the middle of the COVID years, and to see the kids in my hometown of St. Albans being able to be out and having a more consistent schedule where they were doing what they normally do, hitting the runs that they normally do, not interrupted by lockdowns or things that made them, not be able to go to school. It felt like real cross country this year.
So we got the AAA girls getting the gun at 9 a.m. Our meet director, Steve Caldwell, who has been doing this since the dinosaurs roamed Cabell County. But nonetheless, the girls will get the gun at 9 o'clock. Who's going to beat Irene Riggs?
I don't know that anyone's going to beat Irene Riggs. She has been only run 3 meets this year, but she has been dominant in those. Of course, if she wins today, she becomes a 3-time state champion. And as I said earlier, Morgantown is always where it's at.
And with that said, congratulations to Irene to getting a scholarship to Stanford. She'll be running out on the West Coast, joining a Morgantown kind of runner also, who Josh Edwards is running for Oregon right now. Josh being the last year's, he was 3-time champion from university.
Correct.
In the boys AAA. Following Irene Riggs from Morgantown, I think, it's the Hurricane runner, without a doubt. She should do well. She really should.
Audrey Hall is a very talented athlete and is coached very, very well. She when she comes to meet, she always performs at her best level, and she normally walks away in championship kind of form. So she will be up there, and we'll be hoping to challenge Irene Riggs. Irene Riggs is the woman to beat.
With that said, Irene's coming off of a foot injury,
right,
that sidelined her a little bit. But she had an exceptional time in the regionals. I think she's ready.
Yeah, rarefied air for girls in West Virginia when you get under 17 minutes. And she ran high 16s last week to win her regional championship. And, yeah, she's in good form right now.
Let's talk about the course. What did you tell your runners when they were getting ready to compete here at Cabell Midland?
Cabell Midland is an excellent course to have tactics with. Cabell Midland coaches plan out their strategies basically all around that hill over there that you hit right past the 800-meter mark. That hill is pivotal to what happens in the rest of the race. I told my kids that places don't normally change once you get to the top of the hill, and if you aren't in a position to be where you want to be by the top of the hill or the mile mark, then you're probably not going to get there.
Now, with that said, we hear so much about the Cabell Midland Hill. I don't think it's the hill as much as when you're getting up top and that plateau. I don't want to say it gets boring, but it gets complacent. If you don't stay focused, you lose your concentration.
It's very easy once you top out on that hill to think, okay, I can settle in now. Things are going to settle in. And most of the time, that's where the big gaps start happening, and that's why you don't really see positions change a whole lot after they get to the top of the hill. Those people that know that it's time to go at the top of the hill or that start making their gaps, and the other people that, like you said, get complacent tend to just settle in.
Again, we're here at the 2022 West Virginia State Cross Country Championships. Joe Stevens along with Jason Henley. Jason, you've coached at Hurricane, you've coached at UC, University of Charleston, you've coached at St. Albans, you've run in the state meet and everything. I'm circling back around here. This is such a big day for all these kids.
It really is. I remember my senior year and having that opportunity to not only be at the state meet, which I was at my junior year, but actually compete what we thought was for a state championship that year. We walked away a little disappointed that season, but that kind of lit a fire that led me in my coaching career. And there's nothing like this day. Those kids are about 5 minutes from race time right now, and the nerves are high. They're excited. They're ready to get going. We can see them doing their last jumps over there and getting warmed up. And so, yeah, it's just incredible. Couldn't have been blessed with a more beautiful day today. I think the kids are going to fly.
Something you don't see very often real quick. A couple years ago, Lydia Falkenstein from Fairmont won the AA competition for the girls in 2020. This year, she transferred to Buchanan Upshur. She's the third ranked. She's wearing bib number 3 today, and she's running AAA. That's another one we need to watch.
Yes, definitely. She's had a great season this season and has challenged challenged those Morgantown and University runners in different races. I think she's one to watch for sure.
Now we're getting ready. We're probably about 4 minutes out or so before the beginning of the girls AAA competition. This mass start across the soccer field, and that is true cross-country start. It's so nice.
There is nothing more exciting than when that gun goes off in that field right there. They've got about 100 meters until the course narrows down to being a couple people wide, and then from there on out, it's just a mass group going around the course.
Now, they funnel down quick at the end of the soccer field there. What are you telling the elite runners can get out there in clean air, okay? What are you telling the runners, your number 3, number 4, number 5 runner?
We, for many years, had just different spots around the course that were our checkpoints. And normally in a pack attack type situation with my runners, they had to be around their people by the 200-meter mark, which is right about halfway around the softball field there. So my 3, 4, 5 guys, and even my 6, 7 guys, normally were running with packs of people that they needed to be with by that point, have kind of weeded their way through everybody so they knew their position and were ready to do their job.
You know, hats off to Chris Parsons, the athletic director here at Cabell Midland, and also the head cross-country coach, along with his assistant, Eric Cooper. They put on a heck of a show here today. The course is in great shape. They make sure the course is in great shape. It's all about the kids.
Yeah, it's always been about the kids for Chris. I was fortunate enough in my young coaching career, while I was student teaching, to be able to volunteer for Chris for a season. And he has always just put the kids first in what they're doing, and it shows in the way that they lead this race.
Coach, as best as I can tell, they're starting to line up here for the race. We should be getting the gun here in about a minute or so from meet director Steve Caldwell. He's going to be giving the final command to start. I think you'll probably see 1, 2, and 3, Irene Riggs, Aubrey Hall, and Lydia Falkenstein, probably go out and capture the early lead and try to get some separation.
Yes, the 3 of those are known to take off pretty quickly and to try to make that gap early. With the 3 of them in a race together, it'll be interesting to see whether they're all 3 together from the gun or whether a gap already happens between them.
Okay, again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in for the 2022 State Cross Country Championships. Joe Stevens along with Jason Henley, we're bringing you all the action. The first race coming up in just a few seconds, actually, and that is the AAA girls race. Our presenting sponsor today, Chick-fil-A, our live stream. You're from your local Little General Store and the live stream from out on the course. If technology works with us, we'll be from Tudors and Geno's. And as far as I can tell, Coach, you're getting ready. You know, it's all here right now. You can't say any more. Strap them up and go.
That's exactly right. My last words to my runners were always just have fun. And so we hope for all these kids today that they have good fortune, that they have great races, but they also just have fun in their state championship.
We forget about fun sometimes. I tell them to finish on empty.
Finish on empty.
An exciting time. A lot of culmination coming down to today. It really is.
Yeah, these kids have worked really, really hard this season. Miles and miles and countless hours.
And for the seniors who have had to put up with COVID and everything, my goodness.
Yeah, it's a dream come true to be able to actually be in a situation where they're out here competing. And one of the best things about cross country a couple years ago during the COVID years was that it at least gave them an opportunity to get together, and now they're doing that unmasked and ready to go.
I'm hearing one of our announcers saying that we've got things getting ready.
Looks like they're getting close. Everybody's in their boxes on the line.
Here it is. And they're
There's
off.
the gun.
There we go.
There's definitely already a quick separation up front.
And knowing her gait, like I've seen for 4 years, Irene Riggs has grabbed the
Oh, my goodness. Already
Early
probably
lead.
a 10-meter gap just within the first 100 meters. So as that course narrows down right there at about the 100-meter mark, as they go by this next light pole here, they'll be approaching the 200-meter mark, and then from there everything gets into the groove.
You see the pack going around the field now. That's really impressive.
Everybody's already cleared through. They'll come around the softball field, and there's a dip as they pass by us on the other side of the track before they climb back up out of it and then turn their sights toward the hill at about the 800-meter mark.
We got a bird's eye view of the competition right now. Irene Riggs from Morgantown grabbing the quick lead. And here they come.
Here comes the rest of the pack. Definitely some separation there. It looks like red up front.
Yep, it looks like
Could be Audrey Hall.
Audrey Hall, without a doubt. Pack coming through.
The mad dash of the coaches and the fans to the top of the hill here at the track.
This is the day of the year that the coaches get their biggest workout.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. As a cross-country coach of both boys and girls programs, it was always an end of the day and a big relief when you got to climb that hill for the last time to get up top.
Right now, the pack is crossing across the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I always like to commend Chris Parsons on, he has cut out part of that driveway and put a track surface in there.
Right, it's got a rubberized surface there, the same that's on their track here, and it makes it a lot easier for those kids to come across that asphalt without tearing anything up. This section here through the band field is always right at the 800-meter mark, the half-mile mark. From here, they'll climb the big hill, as many of the kids say, and then they'll be at the top, and the race really changes from there.
You know, for the Kanawha County, Kanawha Valley kids, training over at Ridenour Lake these days really gives them a good shot at working on hills like at Cabell Midley and Ripley and that sort of thing.
Sure. If you don't have a component of hill work in your schedule as a team or as a coach for this state championship, you are not going to be prepared for the job at hand. Got a couple freshmen in this race this year. Highest ranked freshman is from Morgantown. We also have a freshman from St. Albans named Abby Torman. So several high-ranked freshmen who are supposed to be in the top 20 today.
What I could tell looking at the drone footage there, Coach, Irene's got probably a 20 to 30 meter lead right now.
Yeah, already very impressive as they start up the gravel path to the top of the hill.
They're up at the top of the hill. The leader's at the top of the hill. Coming through is Irene Riggs.
This is always a checkpoint for Run WV, the state's cross-country website. He always has his first checkpoint set up here, and it's always a good place to kind of see where you are and understand that if you want to make up some places, you got to do it between here and this mile mark that they're about to pass.
And there's Aubrey Hall running second. Why people want to run across the course just boggles my mind.
Everybody's trying to get that prime
Lydia
position to watch.
Falkenstein in third. Ellie Hassenflug is currently running in fifth from Ripley.
She's been up there before for the last couple years. She's had her opportunities to be up in that top 10, and looks like she's making her grab today. Of course, top 10 at the West Virginia State meet is considered West Virginia All-State and get recognized at that award ceremony that we referenced earlier.
.528, 1 mile mark.
Excellent first mile for Irene. Yes. 5:28 is right at just barely over 17-minute pace. So she has the opportunity to once again run under 17 if she keeps it up today.
Irene was the one who, when Tori.
Then I've got bib number 2 coming through the mile at 6:03.
That's Audrey Hall in second place. 6:03 is her 1 mile time.
Solid first mile, and it looks like she's got a pretty big gap to 3 and 4 who are running together back there.
Number 8, number 4 at 6:15.
We've got Amelia Summers from Morgantown and Madeline Gump of Morgantown running 3 and 4 now.
And it sounded like that Savannah Pritt was right there with them. She's a Cabell Midland High School runner and would be their first girl across the line if she holds position like that right now.
She's been running number 1 for them all season.
Yeah, Cabell Midland, we haven't talked about their girls team. They have returned to dominance. They are picked to be second today. But University High School, as I said earlier, all things go through Morgantown, and University would like to make it a Morgantown sweep between Morgantown High School and University.
I was speaking with the Cabell Midland's assistant coach, Eric Cooper. They were really shooting for that second place podium spot.
I'm sure they were. That Cabell Midland has a strong tradition of dominance in the state of West Virginia on the boys and the girls side. Their hallways are littered with state championship team pictures, and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make a bid for that second spot.
All the runners coming through the 1 mile mark now. We've got 119 runners listed to start the 2022 State AAA Girls Cross Country Championship. Again, looking out on the course, it looks like Irene Riggs is in full command of this race. This would be her third race in a row of winning the state championship. And her teammate of a few years ago from 2019, Leah Hatcher from Morgantown. So, as you said, the dominance of the Morgantown girls is quite evident each year.
Yes, it is. You know, and we're talking about these girls running up front and the teams that are dominant, but watching back through the pack, for some of these kids, this is their first or maybe only opportunity to get to run in a state championship. Of course, this is a qualification system where they had to make it here through qualifying races, and so some of them are just living out their dreams by being able to be competing in this West Virginia State Championships today.
And for the seniors, it's their last.
It's their last. That's exactly right. It's a forever moment. We're watching the girls come just past the mile mark, about 1.25 miles into the race for these girls.
Again, your defending champion, Irene Riggs, two-time defending champion Irene Riggs, is out in the lead with probably 1.5 miles or so to go.
Yeah, it looks like it. Of course, when they come around the cemetery up there at the top of the hill, and then shortly after that, cross under the 3,200 or 2 mile mark with a 1.1 mile to go. And from there, it's mostly downhill and flat. This course really lends itself to fast finishes, and you got to be prepared for that, prepared to be able to go in that last mile, or else you're going to get steamrolled by somebody coming off the hill.
How about the last 300 meters, the finishing up on the track? 250 meters or so.
You know, most positions are made before these kids enter the track, but I can tell you this year there is an expectation that there might be girls finishing within half a second of each other in the top 10, and several of them. I don't remember a finish like that since the 2013 boys race, where I think a half or three-quarters of a second separated 7 people. So it'll be exciting to see what the races are like when they step on the track today.
This setup for it is so good. I mean, it is so classic cross country.
It really is. We see Audrey Hall there. She's about to come up to the 2-mile mark right now, about to pass the building, and just around that corner there, she'll pass under the 2-mile arch and be ready to start her trek back down the hill and back to the finish line.
Looks like a Cabell Midland.
That would be Savannah Pritt.
Yep.
And then a Buckhannon Upshur.
Yep.
And then
that's
a
Lydia.
score of Morgantown girls coming through.
Yeah, they're packing it today.
Number 1 going through the 2 mile at 10:54.
Irene Riggs going through the 2 mile at 10:54.
10:54, just a little over 5:20. She went through the mile at 5:28, so it sounds like she's actually made her second mile a little bit faster, and should lend itself to a very fast finish coming off that hill.
You know, coming off that hill, people forget how much work it is on their legs. They think downhill is the fun part. It can work on you.
It can if you're not willing to lean into it and go. A lot of times people will fight that hill instead of just lifting the knees and really putting their head down and getting off the hill. It can have a big impact on their quads and leave them down on the flat going, why are my legs feeling so tired with 3/4 of a mile to go?
Thanks for joining us here for the 2022 West Virginia State Cross Country Championships. Joe Stevens along with Jason Henley bringing you all the action, being brought to you by Chick-fil-A, our live stream from your local Little General Store, and our reports from out on the field are from Tudors and Geno's.
Copy. The record is 17:17. This girl's going after set in 2012 by Maggie Drosba of St. Mary's. That's the old record.
So that's Chris Parsons, if you can hear that on the radio, the athletic director and meet director here at Cabell Midland. The record is 17:17. Duraza from St. Mary's?
Yes, Drosba from St. Mary's, and she was a machine, a strong runner. At that time, it was Maggie Drosba and Millie Palladino in the AAA, and both of those girls ended up going to WVU and running for Coach Sean Cleary for the Mountaineers.
So we will be watching that time. Right now, they've been out on the course for just under 13 minutes, 12:52, 3, 4, and it's she's got a shot at it.
No, she definitely has a shot at it. When she went through that second mile, pretty much still holding pace from her first mile at 5:28, she set herself up nicely. Like I said, you get a good push from that downhill, and then she's coming across by the soccer fields. She's just a little over 800 meters to go now, about 1,000 meters to go, and she's just going to crank it for all it's worth coming into the track, I'm sure.
We'll be seeing the lead buggy here pretty soon. There it is right there, out going by the soccer field again. And look at that. The gate is just, it impresses me.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the Morgantown area girls are all super strong anyway. She reminds me a lot of Millie Palladino, champion from several years back, who is now a professional runner for New Balance. She just looks beautiful out there running.
And she has a lead that, you know, insurmountable.
Yeah, she's at the 800 mark right now, and we do not see the second place runner yet at about the 1,000 or so meter mark. She's got more than 300, 400 meters at this point, 300 meters probably.
I wouldn't be surprised if Aubrey Hall, who's been running in second throughout the race, has a PR herself today. But when you got somebody like Irene Riggs going for the meet record, that's tough to match.
It's tough to match as long as that's your focus. I'm sure Audrey Hall came in here with the focus today of making sure she did her job, which was to be in that second place position and, you know, to have the best run that she could have today. These kids are all very aware of their best times. They are very aware of their best times on this course as many times as they run it. I'm sure she's going after a personal best for herself today, as many of these girls are.
We'll be seeing the lead buggy here pretty soon. There it is right there, out going by the soccer field again. And look at that. The gate is just, it impresses me.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the Morgantown area girls are all super strong anyway. She reminds me a lot of Millie Palladino, who is now a professional runner for New Balance. She just looks beautiful out there running.
And she has
My goodness.
Mike.
We're talking a significant lead, very close to probably 500 or 600 meters at this point, which is at least a minute.
Now we're seeing
90
Aubrey
seconds.
Hall.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see just how much at the finish line that lead is, how big of a gap that is.
And she's got a large lead for second place.
Yeah, Audrey looks really, really good. There is nobody close to her in the third and fourth positions right now. Here comes third right there across the field, coming up to about the 1,000-meter mark. And then we've got a pack in fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. So there's that finish that we were talking about for those top 10 spots being really, really close.
And when we get the winner, who's going to be Irene Riggs, unless something happens that we just can't see on the backside there. Here comes the buggy now, and we're going to see the leader. And we've got Irene Riggs. She's going after that record, the meet record of 17:17. She's got 200 meters to go. The clock is sitting at 16:09. There's a good shot. She's going to break 17 here. Real easy. 120 meters to go. 100 meters to go. Irene Riggs is going to be your 2022 Girls AAA Cross Country Champion here in West Virginia. Irene Riggs winning the race for the third time in a row, unofficially with a time of 16:34, a meet record here for the Girls AAA Cross Country Championship. Tell you what a finish, what a race for the senior from Morgantown High School. Irene Riggs just blowing the competition away, just crushing this course at Cabell Midland High School today with an unofficial time again of about 16:34, breaking the previous meet record by Maggie DeBrazzo from St. Mary's with a time of 17:17. Today's unofficial time from Irene Riggs was 16:34. And we have yet to see the second place runner to come in on the track here at Cabell Midland. Coach Henley, Jason Henley, has gone down to the track. He has gone down onto the track, and to get Irene, to bring her up for the interview, as she is our champion. And here comes Audrey Hall. Audrey is coming around now with about, 200 meters or so to go, finishing very impressive. She's going to come under 19 minutes, 18 and change. She's at 18:05 right now. She's a senior. This is her final cross-country event. She had to withdraw last year during the event due to some stomach ailment. But this year, she is finishing strong, coming down the front straightaway. Audrey Hall from Hurricane High School, your second place finisher for the Girls 2022 AAA State Cross Country Championship. Audrey Hall finishing up with an 18:36. That's unofficial. Got a good race here coming down. With 100 meters to go, it looks like Savannah Pritt from Cabell Midland. And a race for fourth place. It's coming down. Lydia Falkenstein. We've got them all coming in now. Savannah Pritt coming in third. All the racers finishing up now. Again, your winner in a record-setting pace for the 2022 Girls State Cross Country Championship in the AAA division, Irene Riggs with an unofficial time of 16:34, breaking the record of Maggie DeBrazzo of St. Mary's. She had a time of 17:17. All the girls finishing up now in the AAA competition. We're efforting to get Irene Riggs up into the press box now to congratulate her. She has won 3 straight years, and probably is going to lead Morgantown to a team championship today, as the Morgantown girls were running as a pack throughout the course. Here comes Ellie Hassenfluke coming in for Ripley right now, finishing up. What an excellent day for a cross-country meet. Temperatures now in the low 40s. Not a cloud in the sky. Everything is moving forward. We got all the girls coming in now, making their way around the track, finishing up here for the 2022 State Cross Country Championships. Heck of a race. You just got to be impressed with the effort of Irene Riggs, the senior from Morgantown. She finished in an unofficial time of 16:34, and she will hopefully be joining us here real soon in the press box, and we can chat with her about her impressive victory. Again, unofficial time of 16:34, breaking the course record for girls AAA of 17:17, which was set by Maggie DeBrazzo from St. Mary's a few years ago. So it just an incredible performance by the senior of Morgantown High School. She was predicted by Josh Weekly of Run WV to defend her championship, and she did it in a comfortable fashion. Again, unofficial time of 16:34. All the girls coming up, a lot of the seniors who have had to put up with the COVID years, as it may be, are finishing their final cross-country race in their high school career. Things are moving forward. We're scheduled to have the boys' competition of the AAA starting at about 9:45. That should be coming up here in just a little bit. Right now, we'll take a break, and hopefully when we come back, Irene Riggs, the winner of this year's AAA girls race, will be joining us. We'll be back after this.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken, literally the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Wouldn't it be nice to start your day with a homemade breakfast? Well, at Tudor's Biscuit World, for a limited time, Tudor's new Canadian Bacon Flapjack is only $2.99. Morning always tastes better at Tudor's. Looks great, tastes better. Tudor's Biscuit World.
Fresh dough. That's it. That's the key ingredient to every Gino's Pizza, Pubwich, and Calzone. In fact, at Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, we make our dough daily. We put in the work so you can enjoy. Fresh dough. It's what we're made of.
Field turf was built on innovation, dating back to our invention of long-piled infield turf, which revolutionized the industry. Today, we offer a series of game-changing fibers, high-performance infills, sport-specific applications, and smart field technology. Field turf. Let's change the game. together.
Farmers and Mechanics Insurance knows West Virginia, and we understand how much all of our high school teams and athletes mean to the communities that we have served for more than 100 years. That's why we're proud of our partnership with the West Virginia SSAC. Their commitment to teach and promote sportsmanship and citizenship is the key to future success. Protecting what matters most to you. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, a proud partner of the West Virginia SSAC.
Ready?
It doesn't matter if you're playing hard or working hard. Your workout only works out if you recover right.
Recover.
Chocolate milk helps you recover for what comes next. It's delicious and contains the right mix of protein and carbs to help refuel exhausted muscles.
Ready? Recover. Repeat. Chocolate milk, the official beverage of high school sports, is brought to you by the American Dairy Association Mideast.
Be nice to start your day with a homemade breakfast. While at Tudor's Biscuit World, for a limited time, Tudor's new Canadian Bacon Flapjack is only $2.99. Morning always tastes better at Tudor's. Looks great, tastes better. Tudor's Biscuit World.
Fresh dough. That's it. That's the key ingredient to every Geno's Pizza, Pubwich, and Calzone. In fact, at Geno's Pizza and Spaghetti House, we make our dough daily. We put in the work so you can enjoy. Fresh dough. It's what we're made of.
You too.
Okay, hey, we're back here at the 2022 State Cross Country Championships. The AAA girls are now in the books, and joining us here in the press box is Irene Riggs of Morgantown. You know what? I might as well just, get a reservation with you, because I'm either talking to you at the end of the state track meet championship a few times, or for the last 3 years here at the State Cross Country Championships. Irene, congratulations.
Thank
3 in a
you.
row, a three-peat.
Thank you.
A unofficial time of 16:34, which is a meet record. Coach,
Phenomenal.
Thank you.
Knocking off Maggie Drasba's record. I think that Millie Palladino had a course record here that you just destroyed also. Huge run for you.
Thank
Congratulations.
talk about the race today. Your plans going out, obviously everything you wanted to think about, you did it.
Yeah, so I came in obviously wanting to get an individual state title and a team state title, and I kind of came in wanting to break 17. I didn't think I was going to do it by that much, so that was a surprise coming around, like the home stretch. I just wanted to take all the miles pretty controlled and try not to go too fast, because I know that it's not an easy course. You got to be pretty strategic.
Now, you talk about taking that individual and everything, but it's important. I've talked to you a couple times. As much as those individual wins for you are, that team aspect is pretty important to you also.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about it last night. I'm so thankful to be on such like a great team, and it's crazy to think I've been able to come my freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year and win a state title with my team. It's something that, it means a lot.
Talk to us about how Coach Mike Ryan always seems to reload. He doesn't have to rebuild. He always seems to reload with you girls.
Yeah, I think he's a great coach, and he really knows how to prepare us. He focuses on those little things, and that helps us just all grow and get better each year. So,
yeah, awesome.
You broke out. You had a 20-meter lead when you got away from the pack, and you just extended your lead. Was it one of the, just talk about how important it was for you to just jump out into that lead?
Yeah, so it was important for me to just get out and get that quick turnover early so I could just try to stick with that. I noticed I do best when I'm just able to try to stick to the turnover as best as possible, so I knew I wanted to get out fast and try to hold it for as long as I could.
How much fun was this year compared to the last 2 years when the uncertainty was always there if we were going to have a meet, if we were going to have a practice, what we were going to have to do? How much fun was it this year?
It was a lot of fun. I had a little bit of a mishap in the season, so I was out for a little bit. I don't know if you guys know about that.
Oh, I heard about that.
My foot got ran over, so it's a little bit of a mishap. So it was a great surprise to be able to come back to state meet and run this fast.
I'll let you bring it up. And, Coach, I don't know if you heard about this or not, but correct me if I'm wrong, but a parent's car might have made a wrong turn at
Yes.
Albuquerque or something.
Yeah, it's about time the secret came out. I've been keeping it on the down low for this season, but now that I'm able to, I was able to stick with my fitness, I think it's okay that the secret comes out.
It's not a cross-country season unless some mishap happens.
Yeah.
I mean, with that said, and it's coming over the adversity of something like that happening. But again, let's go back to the team. How did the team circle the wagons around Irene Riggs, where they know their leader has got a busted foot?
Yeah. I know. It was quite a shock for everyone, and they were, super supportive. And I think that we just really focused on, making sure we were focusing on what they could do in that moment. I might not be there, but they still got a season, and they still got to stay focused. And
I got a question for you, Coach.
Sure.
After a 16:34, you think she's recovered?
I think she's okay. I think what she's going to get to do is she's going to get to go to the first Cabell Midland Award ceremony in 2 years and act like a rock star over there. Do you have a dance ready?
We were talking about that on the warm-up, but we have nothing set in stone yet. It'll be a surprise for everyone.
It'll be so exciting to see.
Once again, we're chatting with Irene Riggs, the 2022 AAA Girls State Champion. She not only has won for the third straight year, but won with an impressive meet record, course record of an unofficial time of 16:34. And if my additions, and I was using my fingers quite quickly, I think Morgantown probably has the team championship yet, but that's unofficial. We'll see. Coach, congratulations.
Oh, my gosh, Irene, such a great job.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.
I'm sure you're doing postseason stuff?
Yes.
All right, good job. Best of luck to you, and best of luck at Stanford.
Thank you.
See you at track season?
Yes, see you at track
at the
season.
finish line.
Yeah.
Thanks, Irene Riggs.
Thank you, Irene.
Irene Riggs with Morgantown, your champion for the 2022 State Cross Country Championships. And we'll have the start of the boys' race for AAA right after this.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken, literally the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Wouldn't it be nice to start your day with a homemade breakfast? Well, at Tudor's Biscuit World, for a limited time, Tudor's new Canadian Bacon Flapjack is only $2.99. Morning always tastes better at Tudor's. Looks great, tastes better. Tudor's Biscuit World.
Fresh dough. That's it. That's the key ingredient to every Gino's Pizza, Pubwich, and Calzone. In fact, at Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, we make our dough daily. We put in the work so you can enjoy. Fresh dough. It's what we're made of.
Field turf was built on innovation, dating back to our invention of long-piled infield turf, which revolutionized the industry. Today, we offer a series of game-changing fibers, high-performance infills, sport-specific applications, and smart field technology. Field turf. Let's change the game together.
Farmers and Mechanics Insurance knows West Virginia, and we understand how much all of our high school teams and athletes mean to the communities that we have served for more than 100 years. That's why we're proud of our partnership with the West Virginia SSAC. Their commitment to teach and promote sportsmanship and citizenship is the key to future success. Protecting what matters most to you. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, a proud partner of the West Virginia SSAC.
Ready?
It doesn't matter if you're playing hard or working hard. Your workout only works out if you recover right.
Recover.
Chocolate milk helps you recover for what comes next. It's delicious and contains the right mix of protein and carbs to help refuel exhausted muscles.
Ready? Recover. Repeat. Chocolate milk, the official beverage of high school sports, is brought to you by the American Dairy Association Mideast.
To the 2022 West Virginia State Cross Country Championships. Your presenting sponsor today is Chick-fil-A. Our live stream is being brought to you by your local Little General Store, and all the live action out on the course is being brought to you by Tutors and Geno's. Joe Stevens along with Coach Jason Henley. Coach, what a race for the girls. I mean, you know, to be able to run a 16:34 5K and then to do an interview like Irene Riggs just did of Morgantown, I'm glad to be able to see the next day running a 5K and she's doing an interview.
You know, I went and picked her up and brought her up the hill, and she was trying to run up the hill. I was like, "You can walk. It's okay. You've just done your 16:35. It's all right to take a breather."
My goodness gracious, and it's going to be. I think it's pretty safe to say that Morgantown probably won the team championship. We'll get the official results from the timekeeper on the team championships for second and third place. Good little race there between University and Cabell Midland.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that Morgantown got the win. If I counted correctly, they had 5 of their girls in the top 10, and no other team had that. I did see 2 Buchanan Upshur girls in that top 10, so that's a really strong 1-2 punch. And then, of course, Cabell Midland and University were fighting it out for that second spot. Their back girls, their 3, 4, 5 girls, were like one after the other coming in through the finish line. So,
yeah. We've got the boys' race coming up here right now, and like in the girls' race, there is a distinctive pre-race favorite. He's a sophomore from Hurricane, Ty Stewart. Ty surprised a lot of people coming in second place last year to Josh Edwards, and it was an impressive second place. And on top of that, because it was close up on the hill, on the plateau there, and then he just pulled away. He's had a very strong season, regionals, conference championship. What do you think?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, Ty's just had an outstanding year. As you said, surprise, second place finish last year at States to Josh Edwards. And then he has just built on that through this last year. He opened up the season this year with a 14:56 at the Dutch Miller Invitational, which is one of the fastest times that I've seen recorded around here in a while. It's been said by Josh Weekly at Run WV that we're probably not giving him enough credit a year after Josh Edwards because the times and the performances that he's throwing down are, if not equal to, maybe better than what Josh did when he was a high schooler for University.
You know, while we have a second, hats off to Josh Weekly on handling Run WV for all the cross-country geeks out there, all the running geeks out there.
So Josh premiered that website when I was a very young coach in about 1997, and it is absolutely must daily viewing for any West Virginia high school cross-country and distance coach. Everything that he does there keeps everybody up to date with each other. I think a lot of the resurgence in West Virginia distance running can be attributed to the fact that our kids know how they are ranked and where they are against each other every week when Josh comes out with his rankings and his results, and they can keep a good eye on what they're doing with each other.
5 minutes away. Again, you got your kids in their boxes and everything. Coach, what do you tell them right now? What do you tell them?
When we were, that last 10 minutes before the race time is a really important time. Basically, at that point, there's nothing that we can do to make them any better, except just calm their nerves and make sure that they are ready to do their jobs. We always talked about taking care of business. We always talked about making sure that they did their job. Everybody had an assignment to do, and from there, it was just go out and execute and have fun, have lots of fun out there on that cross-country course. We're looking at the start line right now, and it looks like everybody's starting to get into their team huddles, getting that last-minute pump up before they start heading for the line to get their final instructions before the gun. I see them starting to assemble down there. We're really close to go time.
Yeah, it's Steve Caldwell, your meet director and official starter, just gave the 5-minute mark. So he's given the last instructions to all the runners. And we will see it. I've seen Ty race a couple times this year, and he, like Irene did, likes to get out in clean air.
Yes, he likes to race out front. He likes to establish a gap early on and go ahead and kind of exert his dominance over the field. It'll be interesting to see. He has a teammate who kind of create a dynamic duo situation for Hurricane with Aaron Kidd, and between the two of them, they give that team a strong 1-2 punch against the rest of the field.
And this is kind of a homecoming a source, but last year, right before the week of the state championships, Aaron Kidd went down with COVID, so he wasn't able to compete last year, and he didn't take that as an adversity. He used it to build on, and he's right back here again this year.
Sure, turned it right around into some motivation for another year of strong performances. That Hurricane team is an impressive team. As I said earlier in our broadcast, no Hurricane team had ever qualified to the state meet up until 10 years ago, and they've kind of built themselves into a perennial power in the state of West Virginia. But not to be confused, University is the team to beat today.
And it's going to be a close race. The number 3 runner on Hurricane, Nick Kennedy, and number 4 is Brady Dawkins. But University, they always run in that pack of they'll come in 4th, 5th, 6th. They'll come in 2nd, 5th, 6th. Something along those lines, which really in cross country is what you need for that team score.
I always told my runners there's nothing that beats a strong pack attack, and so we worked on that always. These kids, that University team has that, and so over the 5 runners or the 7 runners, they're hard to beat with that strong pack that they have running together.
Now, unofficially again, we have Morgantown winning. I'm waiting for the official results. And if it comes in the way we see, Coach, that is the 4th straight year that Morgantown has won the girls AAA championship. If University holds true to form today, that'll be the 4th straight year for University winning the boys AAA championship.
West Virginia state championships may be run at Cabell Midland and Ona, West Virginia, but you have to go through the Morgantown schools to be able to win one.
We got the final instructions from starter Steve Caldwell, and we're getting ready for the start.
Very exciting time. Countdown is coming. Looks like the officials are running. Gun should come anytime.
And there it is. We're off for the boys AAA cross-country state championship competition as they come across the soccer field.
A little stronger pack in this race. We don't see a quick separation of anyone as early as we did with Miss Riggs in the earlier race. That pack is out strong through past the 100-meter mark, heading toward the 200-meter mark.
The field consists of 119. Check that. We've got over 100 racers in the boys competition. Number 1 bib going to Ty Stewart's. He will be the number 2 bib is Aaron Kidd. And somebody you need to watch from Woodrow Wilson is Aiden Keelan. Nealon rather. He's only a 10th grader too.
Also a sophomore, yeah, and also a high finisher in last year's state meet as a 9th grader, like Ty Stewart's. He is the son of James Nealon, who ran for Marshall University back in the 90s, back in my day, a little bit after me actually, and has had a really, really strong season for Woodrow Wilson.
Now, while the runners are out there, I want to throw out some congratulations today. 41 students have been nominated for the various service academies by Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia, and 5 of those are competing today. In the AAA race right now is Noah Enders of St. Albans. He has got a nomination to the Air Force Academy. And, here they come across now.
Yes, I was lucky enough to get to coach Noah Endress, and he has worked for that for a very long time, very strong academically, and has had great cross-country career. He's in his final state meet today as a senior for St. Albans High School.
And then we'll be headed for the Air Force Academy. But we've got in the AA is Eli Steele of Wayne, Air Force Academy, John Veltri of Grafton of West Point. And then in the single A will be Raymond Keith of Charleston Catholic to West Point, and Chase Tremblay of Williamstown. He has got a nomination to West Point and the Merchant Marine Academy. By the way, 41 students again were nominated. 13 are cross-country runners, and I just have to send a shout out to Sam Templeton of Nitro High School for a nomination to the Air Force Academy. I've coached Sam the last couple of years. What a great young man.
Awesome. All those kids. That's cross country is not a sport for the weak, and obviously it teaches perseverance and endurance in ways that maybe other sports do not. And we see that with. I'm sure that will serve these kids well as they head to their academies.
Again, we're in the midst of the 2022 AAA Boys Cross Country State Championships right now. The runners are out on the course. And we're getting a bird's eye view from
the hill right
now. Yeah, they look like they've hit the hill. If you haven't heard, Irene Riggs has won the competition for the girls' side of things for the 3rd straight year with a meet and course record of 16:34. The boys are out on the course right now. Your leaders are the first leader I saw was Ty. So we'll just Ty Stewart's of Hurricane. And, again, the team battle is going to come down to University and Hurricane. We'll just see how that all works out.
Right, they're coming up to that 1,200-meter mark, just about 3/4 of a mile into the race. And at that point, we'll start to see some separation of people. We'll see those kids that got to the top and are just thankful to be there and might let off just a little bit, and those kids that decide to push the pace over the top. It looks like that Ty's got a lead, but he doesn't have a substantial lead. Any of those top 5 or 6 guys right now could be in the hunt for that number 1 or number 2 position.
What a great day to run. What a great day to run.
Beautiful. The little bit of morning chill has burned off, and it is a perfect morning for cross country.
Getting up to the mile mark as we speak.
Start hearing splits come through for the leaders here in just a minute. Coaches will have had a plan for all of their kids on what they should have come through the mile at. Even though cross-country times aren't necessarily what everybody always is looking at, it is always good to have those reference points around the course so you know where you are and what you need to be doing from here.
We'll see what the mile mark. Was it 5:24 Riggs' time?
5:28
5:28
for Riggs
on that first mile.
So
5:09, 1, 3, and 6. So that's Ty Stewart's, Aiden Nealon, and Drew Zundel from University popping in there.
Drew Zundel has had a strong season. I know his dad is an official for the MEC and officiates almost all of their cross-country championships. So I'm sure that family is very excited for his high performance so far. They're rounding past the mile mark now, the leaders are, and they'll be going out to the horseshoe before coming back and climbing one last hill up to the house.
Where do you, if you've got a lead runner out there, Coach, where do you try to suggest that they create some separation?
Before they come off that hill. before they come off that hill. If you can create separation after you just past the 2 mile mark or before that, before they come flying off that hill, because as we saw in the other race, unless they're in a tight pack, a whole lot of positions don't really change after they come down off the hill.
Again, the leaders at the 1 mile mark, the top 3 were Ty Stewart's of Hurricane. You had Aiden Nealon of Woodrow Wilson, and also Drew Zundel from University, a sophomore, junior.
There you go. Until about 10 years ago, there had only been one Hurricane boy runner who had ever finished in an all-state position. That was back in the 80s, and his name was David Ball. From there, the next all-state runner was 2013, and that was Jake Henley, who finished 5th in the state meet in a very, very close race that was separated by less than a second. And then over these last 3 or 4 years, Hurricane has just become much more dominant in the top 10 spots under the direction of Coach Eric Cooper first, and now Coach Jimmy Cunningham.
Now, the young man with the last name of Henley, you kind of know him a little bit?
Yeah, I spent some time with him, at least a little bit of time. Yeah, that was my son, Jake, and we were so excited by his finish that year, and that team, the 2013 team, 2012, 13, and 14 teams just kind of changed the landscape for Hurricane boys cross country.
They're out on the course right now. They've crossed the 1 mile mark here at Cabell Midland, the site of the 2022 State Cross Country Championships. We mentioned this earlier. We mentioned it also during the interview with the girls winner, Irene Riggs from Morgantown. This year, for the first time since 2019, all the student athletes will be brought inside for the awards ceremony. And the folks here at Cabell Midland do it right. They make the kids feel like rock stars, needless to say, and they deserve it after their winning performances and their competition excellence of today. And it's good to get back to normal, Coach.
It really is. This is the first time in many, many years that it's felt like the West Virginia State Championships. As we said earlier, Cabell Midland always does such an incredible job with hosting this. That's why it just continues to be here year after year after year. And that award ceremony that they put on at the end is something to be seen.
So Ty's time going through the 1 mile mark, just over 5 minutes. I see a 15 and change today. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say that's probably well within his wheelhouse. He's run under 16 minutes almost all season in every one of his races, and I don't see a reason why that wouldn't be possible for him today. I don't know that we'll see a state record go down today on the boys' side, but definitely a sub-16 into the low 15-minute range is in his wheelhouse.
And I think the top 5 runners really have all that capability.
Yeah, most definitely. All of them have shown that capability throughout this season in the top 5 at various races that they've been to throughout the nation. And so we should see, as we saw going through the mile, very tight group of 3 at the mile mark, and it was just a second or so before the 4, 5, 6, 7 guys came through. So it's anybody's ball game right now.
And they're coming across the top of the hill right now above the press box here.
Just before the 2 mile mark, yeah.
Yep. And just looking at some of the leaders, some of the action going on. Again, today's broadcast being brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, your local Chick-fil-A dealer. And also our live stream is being brought to you by your local Little General Store. And the live stream out on the course is being brought to you by Tudors and Geno's. So our leader, okay, so Ty Stewart's with the lead. And then you got Aiden Nealon and Zundel, and now Aaron Kidd running in a pack of 2, 3, and 4.
So once again, they've got that dynamic duo up front with that 1-2 punch for Hurricane. Ty Stewart's coming through right, actually a little faster for his second mile than he went out in his first mile. And so he's continuing to show strength up there on top of the hill before they drop off for the final mile.
Ty Stewart's just a sophomore, surprising the field last year, coming in with an impressive second-place finish to Josh Edwards, who's now running at Haywood Field.
Right.
Can you imagine?
Running for the University of Oregon. That's correct. And that program out there has just recently undergone a coaching change. And so he is actually being coached by legendary coach Jerry Schumacher, who runs the Bowerman Track Club as well. So not only is he getting to run with the incredible runners of Oregon, but he's also seeing quite a few professional runners that are in the top in the world right now, not just in the nation.
He's running in the Mecca.
That is the Mecca of running in America.
The new field, if anybody saw the U.S. National Championships and also the World Championships, the field was just incredible. We're seeing the lead buggy now, Coach, it looks like.
See it coming down?
From our vantage point here up above the football field in the track at Cabell Midland High School, the site of the 2022 State Cross Country Championships, we should be seeing the leader come to us here in just a little bit. And again, at the 2-mile mark, Ty Stewart's had created some space between him and a pack of 3 runners running in second, third, and fourth. Neelan, Zudal, and also Kidd. There's Ty.
As long as that's about 1,000 meters to go now. Very strong lead. Looks like he's got about 50, 60, 70 meters on second place. And then third is right there as well. Third and fourth are right there as well. So we're going to have a little tighter finish for those top 10 spots.
Oh, third, fourth, and fifth.
There they come.
Here they come. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I think we're going to finish strong today. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
And here comes the number 5. So the boys pack, the boys race, a lot closer than what we saw in the girls race. And
definitely looks like we've got our top 10 now that are all within 1,000 meters of the finish line, and a pretty good gap from the 10th spot back to 11th. So setting themselves all up for those all-state finishes at the line.
Joe Stevens along with Jason Henley bringing you all the action for the 2022 State Cross Country Championships. We're watching the boys AAA competition right now, and we should be without much difficulty. I think Ty Stewart's is going to improve on his second place finish of last year, and as a sophomore, become the 2022 state champion in the AAA. Again, he was predicted by Josh Weekly of Run WV to take that first spot, and it's looks like it's going to hold up.
I'm sure that runner-up finish last year just whet his appetite for a career of top performances. I know that, when you come in that second position, you just really, really, really want to show that you are capable of taking the top spot. And it looks like today not only was he capable, but he's going to be dominant in his win.
Now you got all the coaches running across the field, encouraging their runners as they come out on the track. I kind of always looked at the coach and just went, let me finish.
Well, it never hurts to have a little reminder to lift your knees or get those arms up. But, yeah, at this point in the game, it's just you're more motivating your kids to get across that line.
And here he comes, your leader, Ty Stewart's from Hurricane High School, a sophomore who came in second place to Josh Edwards last year of University.
Oh, and it looks like in second place we have Aaron Kidd.
Aaron Kidd,
well.
his teammate.
1-2 punch for the Redskins.
Aaron, he has trained hard since I was coaching him in middle school. I mean, he just trains hard. Looks like it looks like Neelan.
We have Zundel over there, I do believe, in third.
And Ty Stewart's crossing the finish line. Your 2022 AAA Boys State Cross Country Champion. Congratulations to Ty Stewart's. Unofficially, 15-26. Aaron Kidd from Hurricane crossing second, 15-40. Zundel from University, third.
Neelan
from Woodrow Wilson, fourth.
All still sub 16 minutes. Here's
Nick
a third
Kennedy.
Hurricane runner.
Kennedy coming in fifth. Nick Kennedy from Hurricane, an impressive finish there.
Or 3 in the top 5.
Looks like Tristan
Redskins.
Blatt coming in for Cabell Midland.
And now we have University. And then another University, all within
Morgantown.
the top 10.
Yeah, University. You've got, what, 4 universities in the top 10?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And another right here. It'll be
Yes.
tight. 3 Hurricanes in the top 10, but
in the top 5.
not seeing another Hurricane runner as the end of University's runners start coming through.
And we've got the finish now. All the boys coming in for the boys AAA Cross Country Championship. Your winner again with an unofficial time of 15:28, I think, and that's unofficial, is Ty Stewart's of Hurricane High School. Your winner, he came in second place last year, and he came in second place to Josh Edwards of University. Josh, a 3-time winner. Seeing Brady Dawkins from Hurricane, their number 4 runner coming in across the finish line right now. Everybody finishing up here for the boys AAA State Cross Country Championships. Again, congratulations to Ty Stewart, a sophomore from Hurricane. Your 2022 boys AAA State Cross Country Champion. Coming in second place unofficially, Aaron Kidd of Hurricane. Third place to Aiden Nealon of Woodrow Wilson. Fourth place, it looked like it was Drew Zundel from University. Fifth place was Nick Kennedy from Hurricane High School. Unofficially, a 6th place finish for Tristan Blatt of Cabell Midland. Ty Stewart's with an impressive time of unofficially 15:28, I'm being told. So we'll see how those official results. Team-wise, it's going to be really close between University and Hurricane. University looking like they had some numbers there in the top 12 or so, their top 5 runners, but Hurricane did finish 1, 2, and 5. We'll see if University can make that up with their pack of runners down the line. Again, congratulations to Ty Stewart, a sophomore of Hurricane, your boys champion. He joins Irene Riggs of Morgantown. She won the girls competition for the 3rd straight year. And, you know, it's just great weather, great competition right now. Coach Henley has gone down to the finish line to get Ty Stewart, the winner of the boys competition, as all the boys are coming through now, finishing up their races here for the 2022 Boys AAA State Cross Country Championship. After we interview Ty, we will probably be taking a break as the Boys AAA and Girls AAA awards ceremony will be happening at 10:45 from inside the gymnasium. The girls competition for the single A will be coming up at noon. So after we break away, after interviewing the winner, Ty Stewart, we will be taking a break until 11:45. But in the meantime, congratulations again to Ty Stewart, a sophomore from Hurricane High School, your boys champion for the 2022 State Cross Country Championships being held this year here at Cabell Midland High School. It's been here quite a few years, and it's scheduled to be here a number of years moving forward also, as they've signed, got the bid as it is from the Wvssac. The competition been, unlike in the girls' race, Ty was second and third and fourth were a little bit closer to Ty. Ty Stewart's the winner. However, in the girls' race, it was a tremendous finish and an effort by Irene Riggs. She finished in a course and meet record of 16:34, and now she prepares for the indoor track season and also the upcoming track season here in West Virginia. When she finishes up her running career in high school here in West Virginia for the Mohicans of Morgantown, she is headed to run at Stanford So she will be joining Josh Edwards and Tori Starcher, West Virginia runners out on the West Coast and competing in the Pac-10. As Coach Henley is down getting everybody together for the interviews, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break right now, and we'll be back in a little bit here at the 2022 State Cross Country Championships.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken, literally the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Wouldn't it be nice to start your day with a homemade breakfast? Well, at Tudor's Biscuit World, for a limited time, Tudor's new Canadian Bacon Flapjack is only $2.99. Morning always tastes better at Tudor's. Looks great, tastes better. Tudor's Biscuit World.
Fresh dough. That's it. That's the key ingredient to every Gino's Pizza, Pubwich, and Calzone. In fact, at Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, we make our dough daily. We put in the work so you can enjoy. Fresh dough. It's what we're made of.
Field turf was built on innovation, dating back to our invention of long-piled infield turf, which revolutionized the industry. Today, we offer a series of game-changing fibers, high-performance infills, sport-specific applications, and smart field technology. Field turf. Let's change the game together.
Farmers and Mechanics Insurance knows West Virginia, and we understand how much all of our high school teams and athletes mean to the communities that we have served for more than 100 years. That's why we're proud of our partnership with the West Virginia SSAC. Their commitment to teach and promote sportsmanship and citizenship is the key to future success. Protecting what matters most to you. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, a proud partner of the West Virginia SSAC.
Ready? There you go, Coach. You going to open up on a 3-shot? You going to stay with the 3-shot? No?
I need to feel.
10 seconds. Okay. You just cue me. And welcome back to the 2022 West Virginia State Cross Country Champions. Joining us now here in the press box is your boys 2022 AAA State Champion. How's that feel, Mr. Stewarts? Ty Stewarts from Hurricane.
It feels great. Feels good.
You know, I always wonder, Coach, when somebody says, how's it feel? Well, I feel like it wasn't worth it.
No, they're never going to say that. Not at the end of a run like that. Awesome job, Ty. Congratulations.
Ty, just let's go from the starting gun to the finish. What was your plan today?
I was planning to just kind of stay with that top backpack for about the first mile and a half, and then kind of make my move. I wanted to kind of take it slow, just be smart about it.
No, wait a minute. Coach, he just said he was going to take it slow. You popped a 15 and change, man. That's not slow.
But a 15:09 first mile is fairly controlled, right? You've probably gone out faster than that this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, were you aware of the pack behind you, or are you just worried about what was in front of you?
I was a little aware about the pack behind me. I knew I'd have my teammates Aaron Kidd and Nick Kennedy, and I knew I'd have like Aiden Nealing up there and like Drew Zundel and Ryan Blom. I knew they'd be all like right there in that pack, and I kind of know how they race and how they run.
So last year, you surprised a lot of folks, to be honest with you, with your second place finish, an impressive second place finish to Josh Edwards. Was that in the back of your mind as you got ready to go through track season? And, I mean, you had an impressive track season to get ready for cross country?
Definitely gave me a little bit of confidence in my running, I'd say. Always something that I kind of looked at, I guess. Just gave me a bunch of confidence with that race.
Coach, your thoughts about his performance today?
Oh, my goodness. Such a great performance. Awesome first mile. Really, really kind of broke it open in the second mile. Did you have a place that you were planning on moving, or did you just wait to feel that out a little bit?
Not really. I kind of just felt it out and just went with like
Went
what
with
felt good.
when you felt ready.
Yeah.
Awesome.
When did you know? When did you have the feeling in yourself that this is mine to lose?
Oh.
I mean, you were out there. I mean, when you knew that it was yours out there. It was yours for the getting, as it may be.
Yeah, I never really thought I'd would lose. I guess.
No. I mean, it's just as in when you got out there. When did you feel confident? This is mine today. I can do it.
Probably around once I started kind of get in front of that second place guy that was kind of neck and neck with me for about a mile. I started to kind of pull ahead, and I was like, then I kind of felt it. It felt good.
When the downhill, a lot of people, that's where they don't finish that downhill. You've run this course quite a few times.
Yeah.
How much knowing this course has helped you in today's championship?
A lot. It helps me like prepare for certain spots like hills and downhill stuff. So let me like get loose, get in the zone for those.
Final question. Okay, you hit the track.
Yeah.
You hear the crowd. What's that do for you?
I just got like an energy boost. Was like, oh my god, and then I don't know, got like a big energy boost and happiness.
One more thing. You mentioned Aaron Kidd, Nick Kennedy, your teammates.
Yeah.
I've seen you run as packs with those guys.
Yeah.
You've done tempo races and everything. How important is that to you to be able to motivate you to win today's championship?
Well, they're a great group of guys. I love running and racing with them. Definitely like helps me a lot. We all get motivated together, which is cool.
Your 2022 boys AAA state champion Ty Stewart's a sophomore. Folks, you're going to see him a lot more. And now this year's champion. Young man, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
First ever from Hurricane High School. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Hey guys, we'll be back right after this, and you're watching the 2022 state championships right here. We'll be right back.
Be nice to start your day with a homemade breakfast. Well, at Tudor's Biscuit World, for a limited time, Tudor's new Canadian Bacon Flapjack is only $2.99. Morning always tastes better at Tudor's. Looks great, tastes better. Tudor's Biscuit World.
Fresh dough. That's it. That's the key ingredient to every Gino's Pizza, Pubwich, and Calzone. In fact, at Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, we make our dough daily. We put in the work so you can enjoy. Fresh dough. It's what we're made of.
And we're back here at the 2022 State Cross Country Championships, the AAA competition in the books. Your girls winner with a meet record and course record, Irene Riggs, tossing a 16:34, and your boys champion in the boys AAA competition, Ty Stewart's your winner. The first time ever a Hurricane runner has won a state championship. Coach, some good running this morning. Some great running this morning.
Great running. Irene Riggs just doing what she does best. And Ty Stewart is quickly making a name for himself. As you said, first ever boy from Hurricane High School to win a state championship in cross country. And that is a long time. It's good to see them have not just one up in the top 5 today, but 3 runners in the top 5 today. Not sure whether it was enough for them to beat University. We're waiting for official results, but impressive performance nonetheless.
And we will have those official results when we come back. If you're watching us right now, you can go to KVTFOA, KVTFOA.net, and that is where all the results from today's race will be posted as quick as they become official. Again, you're watching the 2022 West Virginia State Cross Country Championships, and I'm Joe Stevens along with Coach Jason Henley. We will be returning when we return, and we've got some results now in.
Those are the girls. Officially now, Morgantown has won the championship with 32 points, followed on the runner-up spot by University High School, who tied with Cabell Midland High School and won on the tie-breaking 6th runner.
Every place counts.
Every place counts, yes. Their 6th runner for University was 36th to Cabell Midland's 6th runner, who was 41st. Both teams 77 points, and University winning on the tiebreaker.
Congratulations to Morgantown and University going 1-2 in the team competition, and Irene Riggs for winning the girls competition. The boys competition again, we have a winner, Ty Stewart's, of Hurricane, a sophomore, and we have some team results now.
Team results. University High School getting the win on the boys' side. It could not knocked off Hurricane, who had 3 boys in the top 5 positions with finishes of 3, 7, 8, 10, and 11. So 4 of their top 5 runners were in the top 10, all state positions, beating out Hurricane 39-56. Hurricane with the runner-up spot for this year's state championships.
So congratulations to University for winning the boys competition, and also for Hurricane for taking 2nd place. Those two teams will be on the podium again. Morgantown winning the girls' state championship as a team, and University coming in 2nd place, breaking a tie in the 6th place runner with Cabell Midland. Well, we'll take a break right now. We'll be back here with the girls' single A competition, and the gun should be going off at noon. We should be coming back at 11:45. For Jason Henley, I'm Joe Stevens. See you at 11:45, folks.